everybody, welcome to Bura. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the ramifications of Elon Musk buying Twitter for $44 billion. Alright, welcome back. So, the deal finally went through, and Elon Musk now owns Twitter. Now, this is really interesting, and I think it's a good thing. I did a video about this before, but I really do think it's a good thing. And I want to talk a little bit about what Elon Musk has said and what really this means here. So, the funny thing about Elon Musk is that people of all political stripes don't like Elon Musk, which is pretty challenging to do. But anyway, I think that's more of a good thing here. But the point is that he bought Twitter, and he's going to be making a bunch of improvements here. A few of which are actually really important, and one thing that's kind of a quality of life thing is an edit button, which I think is good. As long as he makes the edit features public, like they did on Facebook, I think that's a good thing. Now, the fact that Elon Musk bought Twitter is I think a really good thing. So I've pulled up a few of the tweets here. I just want to talk about this here. Now, I know this is somewhat of a political video. It's not meant to be because we live in polarizing times, but I think Elon Musk buying Twitter is going to be the beginning of the end of, polarization, incorrect facts. I just think a lot of the friction in society is probably going to go down because of this. I think it's a good thing. Now, of course, I could be wrong. There could be a few things that would change here, but nevertheless, let me just read this here because I think it's really important here. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square, and I really like that phrase here, digital town square, where it matters to the vital future of humanity are debated, said Mr. Musk. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithm open source, and that's probably the biggest thing here that I like about this merger here, to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the community and the users to unlock it. So there's a lot of things here. So digital town square here. Now, a long time ago, before the internet, like a long time ago, you used to have a town square where you could openly debate things. Now, the thing is, though, is that in a town square, if you said something really offensive, you could get beaten up, right? Like that's what happened. But on Twitter, you have no such ramifications here. So the digital town square is a good thing here. And he says the future of humanity are debated here. Now, I am part of e-learning and education, and the whole point of going to school is to get different viewpoints and kind of come to your own conclusion, right? And in order to have different viewpoints, people aren't the same. They're going to have different viewpoints, and you have to debate these in a very respectful way. And I think that's what's going to happen with Twitter, which is really good. Okay, it's gonna be enhancing the product with like an edit button here, and the algorithms to be open source. Now, this is probably key here. One of the things about the algorithm, and that we know from Facebook, is that the algorithm would promote certain things over the other. And so if we know what the algorithms are and what they're exactly going to promote, then I think that's going to be good, right? I think that's going to be a thing that everyone knows what they're getting, right? And this is even more transparent than the media, right? So I think it's really good because, I get pushed really random stuff on Twitter and Facebook, and I've stopped using Facebook almost altogether. I maybe go on it once a week to check what my friends are doing. But even most of my friends aren't on Facebook anymore, which I think is really good. What Elon Musk does with companies is they take them to a whole other level. Like you look at Tesla, you look at SpaceX, the Boring Company's coming up with some new funding as well. I could probably do a whole video on that. But he's doing so many things, and I think he's going to make this really good. Now, defeating the spam bots and authenticating all humans. Now, years ago, YouTube actually made you post with your real name, and I think that was a really good idea. So by authenticating all humans, it's going to make sure that people who are actually living people, not spam bots, and you can kind of see, at least Twitter can see, if there's going to be some misinformation here. So if you have one government that doesn't like another government, what they could do is that one particular government could hire a bunch of people to kind of engage and, make hateful comments to rile up a bunch of communities in another country, which is exactly what happened with Facebook. So I think by doing that, they're going to see all this chicanery and they're going to put an end to it. The best possible situation for Twitter now is that it's a place where most people can come and they can get a reasonable debate and a reasonable sources of news. Because I actually use Twitter quite a bit for news, okay? So let's take a look at some of the other tweets here, okay? He said, I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter because that's what free speech means. Very good. Very good for Elon Musk there too. He says he'll beat the spam bots again, okay? And then he wants to authenticate all humans again. And then this is probably the best one here. A social media platform's policies are good if most of the extreme 10% on the left and right are equally unhappy. And I would say that's true. If he manages to pull this off, where a bunch of extreme views don't like the platform, that's a really good thing. Because that means 80% of the people who have, reasonable views, let's put it that way, which is, I would argue, most people. Most people are not, really, really left or really, really right. Some people might lean close to those edges, but really, most people's views are pretty moderate. So because of that, I think this is a really good tweet. And I really do think that everything gets better as a result from this, because Elon Musk's track record is really, really good. So I want to know your thoughts down below. Is this a good idea? Is it not? Please let me know in the comments down below, because this channel does not get enough comments and we need more comments. Some people have been commenting. Thank you so much. And please like and subscribe as well. Also, if you really like this channel, you can pledge for this Kickstarter here. In this Kickstarter, you'll learn how to use Python for trading, Web3, and the metaverse here. Plus, there's a ton of machine learning content. There's 10 different levels designed to take beginners from beginner to hero here. And the more you pledge, the more courses you get. So you can get ethical hacking, AWS, TensorFlow, extra TensorFlow tutorials. You have app development, and you can even buy it for a friend as well. So this is really awesome. So please pledge for this. It really does help with this channel when you pledge for this Kickstarter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.